the dexterity that it takes.
Oh yeah, and like cognitive.
Yeah.
Individuals with disabilities can experience a wide array of barriers. As a future occupational therapist, I want to ensure individuals with disabilities have the same opportunities that I do.
I consider occupational therapy a field that helps a person do whatever it is they need or want to do. And those things may have been limited by injury, illness, or disability, and we overcome that. We don't see the person as being ill or disabled. We see them as having some challenges that we help them overcome, and we make sure that the way that we overcome those challenges are centered on that person.
Wow. So instead of having to have that fine motor strength and that pinch,
If someone experiences a stroke or maybe a spinal cord injury, or perhaps they just break their hand, so much of what we do as human beings and how we interact with our environment comes from our hands. Well, what happens if they no longer have that ability? What happens if they can't brush their teeth or brush their hair or put on their socks and shoes? That's going to keep them from going out into the community and participating in things that they would otherwise.
I'm Bob Kuhn from Ocala, Florida. Back on June 6, 2018, I went to sleep happy and healthy and woke up a few hours later paralyzed. It was sudden onset Guillain-Barré syndrome, or GBS. The only body part I could move was my right eyelid. With GBS, the hands are usually the last thing to come back, and for me, that's certainly the case. I've been working to strengthen my hands, my arms, and my shoulders. We've also been working on activities of daily living like dressing, grooming, and eating meals. So I've been working toward more independence and toward getting my life back.
When we treat people, when we work with people, we want them to be successful in their own homes. A big draw for students is where we're sitting right now, the Occupational Therapy House. It's a living laboratory. It provides our students with the opportunity to be creative and get to practice in a real-world environment. One of my favorite classes is in the kitchen and teaching adaptive cooking and educating the students about the many, many adaptations that we can use in occupational therapy and educate patients on so they can be successful in doing their own meal prep and their own meal planning.
I chose JU because I wanted a well-rounded experience. Having small class sizes, we could get a lot of one-on-one training, a lot of personal mentoring, and that was a really big deal for me. The unique equipment we have. So we have a Dynavision, we have a VTE, we have an anatomage table, and most schools do not have those things. So being trained on something that we can see in the field, that we can use in our studies to make us more prepared in the future was probably one of my top goals. Being as prepared as possible in a very comfortable setting, getting to know my peers and my faculty on a personal level, and making these lifelong connections.
Here at JU, we have lots of opportunities for our students to be part of the community and understand that aspect of service that's so important to be an occupational therapist. We serve as part of our profession.
I was a first-year occupational therapy student whenever I first helped out with our Go Baby Go event, which is an incredible event for kiddos who have disabilities who want to be able to sit in a little adapted car and do things that their peers would do. Being able to provide these opportunities for people with disabilities, whether they're adults or they're kiddos, anywhere in between, it makes it worth it.